Hi everyone, so today I have a sponsored video for you from Tonic Studios for their new Buzzy bag gift box die set. It is a create and make die set, which means it's like a smaller die set as you can see here, and there have been some in the past, and they have a lower price point, right? So just a really concise set of dies that make a really nice project. In the past I've seen, you know, the projects come out pretty nice size, so this is no exception. So it's going to be very, very cute, and obviously saw it there in the thumbnail. And these items were sent free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. So this little guy, what you're going to do is take this piece here. It's going to make like a hexagon at the end. So that's why it has like a hexagon shape here, but it's a little maybe hard to tell right now. But what you're going to do is you're going to take this guy, and that is one of our main pieces. Then you have this base piece that is also going to kind of go in here. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe like that way. And there are going to be 3 and 3 pieces that are glued together, or sections should I say. So we're going to work on that in just a minute, but as you can see you have decorative items like this matte layer, you have the inlay that's very like floral but also very hexagon, like beehive honeycomby kind of thing, and then this piece here also again matte layer with also the inlay. You have some other decorations, the circular piece, another one, and then the little inlay for that one too. This might be part of the locking system, I'm not sure yet. So that we have this piece here, and it has like a honeycomb pattern in it. That's so cute. You have this little guy that kind of does an impression. So it says little bag of love. How cute is that? This is part of your locking mechanism. You have a little bee. Now this is very cute because the die cuts the guy and there is a little antenna, but then you can also do an inlay with that, and it cuts out this more delicate portion. So, you know, maybe gold and black, or yellow and black, orange and black, or however you would like, is what I would do with those guys. And this is your handle, and then it also has some decoration there, which has like a honeycomb kind of shape to it. So what I'm going to do is probably start with black paper, because this just is screaming black and yellow, black, gold, yellow, black, orange, yellow, something like that. So maybe we'll do some different color variations from there. But our initial pieces are going to be as such. So for the side panels, you need 12 of these, because on either side of your little bag, you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the top part 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you need 12 of this piece. You're going to need 6 of this piece. Okay. It's 3 at the bottom and 3 at the top, I suppose. Yeah, so 6 of this, 12 of this. For this really cool handle panel, you're going to need 2 of these, of course. You're going to layer them together, so one's going to come around and then they're going to meet the top to continue on, right? So you need 2 of those. The 20 millimeter circle, it says you need 6. Now at this point I'm not sure if the 20 millimeter is this one or this one. I guess I could check it, but you know what, because I don't know metric system very well, I don't know what that means quite yet, but we'll wait on that part. Yeah, and then the 41 millimeter circle. Okay, so I have a feeling it's this guy. You're gonna need a few. The smaller one, yep. You're gonna need yeah, it is the smallest one. 6 of this one, the small one that we just brought off from the center of this. And then trying to see if we're going to cover up the whole thing. That might let me know as far as the other guy. It might be this one. Yeah, I think it's going to be the same size as this whole circle. So this one is the largest one is the 41 millimeter circle, I suppose. And so we need 4 of this. So 4 of this, 6 of the little guy, 12, 6, 2, and then the locking panel, it says you need 1 of each. This right now we'll cut both pieces. I don't know if you can see, there's lines right here, so this is 1 and this is 1. I might wait on that because maybe I'm going to cut this from like an accent color, I'm not quite sure. But the other piece I will go ahead and cut is this one here, and you need just 1 of the latch panel, it says. Very interesting. So of this guy, because this, I don't know if you can see, there's a slit here. These guys are going to lock into there. So you just need 1. If you want to make it more sturdy, I suppose you can cut 2. I'm going to use really sturdy paper to begin with, so I'm not too worried about that. So what you're going to see in this next part is just me cutting these things out of black paper, and I'll be right back. Just real quick, you know, I always say cut out as many pieces as you can, as large as your machine is. These pieces are not big. Again, I talked at the beginning about how it's a smaller die set, so you know, it's very much something you can get cut even on the smallest machines, like 3 3/4 inches tall by maybe 3 inches on this one. This one's a little bit longer, but obviously it's thinner. And I wanted to show you a little trick I did just because, again, just to get things cut and then, you know, make good use of my paper. So this was going to cut a center circle out anyway, right? The way that that die is. So I just popped that little tiny 20 millimeter or whatever it was supposed to be, the small circle in between, so I can get this little circle out of that space because it was going to get cut out anyway. So now I have both of these guys, and I also have 2 of these small circle, wherever I put my circles at, but there's another one somewhere over here. And then this is a little piece that it left in the center. Of course, I'm just going to get rid of that. We don't need that. So I'll continue cutting until I have all the pieces that I need. That's kind of how I do it. I always just put as many through as I can and go from there. But I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we have our 2 handles. We have the 4 larger circles. We have the 6 smaller circles. I'm just going to put them to the side like that. We have the 1 latch that I need to pop that center piece out of. 12 of these guys, our little side pieces here, and 6 of these base pieces. So let's put that here, just lining them up the same. We'll work with this in just a minute. And so we can just get started. So I like using glue because unless you tear something, it's not going to come apart. But you know, if you like using liner tapes or tape runners, just make sure it's a really heavy duty kind of thing. So we're going to put 3 of these guys together, and we're going to do that 4 times because we have 12 pieces. So we have 1 2 3, right? And we're going to pretty much glue them together like in this kind of orientation. It might be the other, yeah, okay. I just want to make sure if this piece goes right on top of that one. Okay, and then this one on top of this one. So you can see there's a slight variation in the design where it has like this roundness, and what they're showing is that one of the round pieces is going to end up, that round edge is on top, this round edge is on top. As far as decorating, if you want to decorate them now before you put them together, that's up to you. I always pretty much do my decoration, not always, but most of the time afterward. I don't think it will be a problem with these guys, because I think once I have this cut, and that's just decorating there. I'm trying to see if it has to be tucked back in, but I think it's okay. Okay, I just wanted to verify because I will show you, I just pointed out that that roundness is in the front, but the examples in the images have it like this. So I think it's probably whatever you like. I'm going to go with it being like this because that just makes more sense. It's nice and sharp, just like the little die. So I'm going to lay them on top of each other like this, but it does show it slightly different in the example as far as, I can show you what I'm talking about. This is the instruction you'll receive, something like that. But the actual images up here show it a little bit different. I'm sorry about that, correct screen protector. Okay. One other thing I'm going to do first is go ahead and just make my score lines. I mean, you can score it afterwards if you feel like you rather work with something that's nice and flat, but right now I'm going to go ahead and score my score lines towards the back side of this here. So glue tabs towards the back. And then, like I said, we're going to do this 4 times because we have 12 of these little guys. So I'm still going to glue them in the order that it's showing there. I don't know that that makes a difference. It might. Something like that. Because that little curve is definitely going to be out here. But I think they're all going to be that way anyway, regardless of how you glue them. So for right now, we are going to glue these together. Let's see here. So it looks like all this circle. And then just, I'm going to put some glue here on this edge, because that's essentially your glue tab. So I'm just lining these guys up here, but also making sure that the circle is perfectly aligned. So the circle, and then just here. Alright. And then again, the circle, and just along here. And just line those up perfectly together. Put the glue on this piece. You can put it on the back of the other piece if you would like. And we have something that looks like this, and I'm going to do that 3 more times, and I'll be right back. It's on the last one, and I glued them exactly the same. As you can see, they're all exactly the same with that little round edge to the right. If you want to do yours to the left, I don't think it really matters. Or yeah, however it turns out. But you are going to put one like this and one backwards and then one on top and one on the other. So they kind of overlap anyway, like this piece would overlap that, and then there's going to be one rounded edge kind of free. So, but they're all exactly the same. So now with these 6 guys, we're going to glue 3 of these guys together. And I'm just going to score these score lines right now just to have that done. So 3 of them, I'm going to do it twice because I have 6 of these guys, right? So I'm going to put glue on this side, on the nice side. And you're just going to glue 3 of these guys together in a strip. But of course, always pay attention to the back and make sure it looks nice. This will be on the top and at the bottom of your bag. It's going to be super cute. And then another one here. And we're going to do that twice. And when we're done with that, we're going to attach it to these guys. So you have 2 sections that we're going to put together with the handle and the other bits. So now let's just go like that. Try and keep it nice and straight left to right. And then of course on that score line. So it looks like that, and I'll do the same thing with this one. Okay, so we have our 2 pieces here. I'm going to start with the one that I did earlier. And all we're going to do is glue these guys in basically here. So glue tab. You can do one section at a time. You know I like to put the glue right at the edge it's going to be showing, so right here. And this guy. Bring this guy over. And you're just going to glue it right to the very edge here. So again, you can do, you know, one glue tab at a time, however you're more comfortable. I just want to make sure that it fits in here comfortably. So right on that edge. Same thing with this guy, right on the edge. Just keeping an eye that looks really nice and neat. Again, you could have already decorated this. I generally put my panels on afterwards, so I may do it right before this next step though, just so that I have it open without the handle here and all that. So let's put that there, and this guy against here. I'm just going to continue holding those glue tabs till it's set up, and then we'll add another side on this other side, and I'll be right back. And then this other guy, basically when you bring this over, that rounded edge from before is going to be opposite, just because that's how it turns out being. So I'll put glue right to the edges there. Again, pop this guy in here. And this time I have it down on my surface, so I'm just looking at it, making sure this is all lined up. Down here and over here. Looks pretty good. And again, right along the edge, just so that it looks nice, and that's where I'll be happy with it. I'm going to hold that. And so we have something that looks like this. You're going to do exactly the same thing with the other base piece plus your sides. So they're going to look exactly the same. And I'll be right back. These 2 pieces that are pretty much identical, right? And then what's going to happen is we're going to glue one to one of the glue, this glue tab, and then it's just going to come over like this on top of the other, you know, depending where we put our handles, if they're going to be on the outside or however, but something like that. Okay, there we go. Nestles in there. Okay, so you are supposed to choose one of them to, you know, obviously go on top. And usually, you know, I'm looking at it and I try to pick the one that I think looks the nicest. They're pretty identical, so if we have that there, this guy is supposed to be glued down into one of the areas. Now, again, do you want this to be a different color? Because it is part of your latch. You know, I think I'm going to make the other latching part that's really cute, probably gold, or I don't know, some other color. Maybe it'll, something cute. So again, you can make this a fashion color, right? Whatever it is that you're going to use later. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down right now. And just, I'm pretty sure it goes on the inside like this. We do have glue panels that are going to go on the outside like cute panels, but that might be able to hold it down for you. But for now, I'm just kind of putting where I think is the center that looks pretty center. You can do this later. You don't have to do this part right now. You can do it as soon as you have your latch and you're ready to go, and that way you can line them up that way. But I'm going to go ahead and follow the instruction and just glue them like this. And let me see. Oh, that's funny. I think we're supposed to have 6 of the small circle, but we really don't need that many. But okay, before I glue these guys together, we might still need them. And the instruction says to put 2 and 2, and that's 4. But we have 6 of them, so you know. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna keep these separate because I'm gonna go ahead and put my pretty panels on it. So if you're looking at it, you have panels from the side, you have panels for the tops and all that too. So I mean, if you want to decorate the whole bottom, I think what I'm going to do with that is just not go super decorative with these base ones. You're gonna see them, but not too well. Maybe I'll still do it. Base piece, I'm not gonna do anything with that. So let me grab my die set and some paper. Put those guys to the side for now. So we have this piece. Again, we can do a matte layer, like a background piece, and then you have an inlay if you want, or you just do the inlays, you just do maybe your matte layer if you have some cute paper that's already kind of bee themed or something. So what I'm going to do with this, and I haven't grabbed my paper yet, but oh, look at this pretty color. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is, we can do this as a background, or we can do it as the overlay, and then in the background some gold. But I was going to do the gold on top just to make it pop. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 6. We're doing the side pieces. Sorry, guys. So 6 for each side. So I need 12 of these, right? And then I'm going to do the inlay on some gold paper, like this kind of shiny gold paper. Really, really shiny stuff here. Oh, I need a new sheet. So for this one, sorry it freaks out the camera, I will put these down like this, put some tape so that they don't move, and I'll run that through 12 times. So I'll have 12 intricate pieces, 12 background kind of matte layers. And then I'll just do the same with this guy. So with this guy we need 5, right? 3 for the top and 2 for the bottom. So I need 5 like this that are going to be from this same paper. I have more paper. And then you can do the inlay. You don't have to. I mean, it's whatever you like. So I will also do 5 inlays like this, and I'll be right back. As I was cutting, I went to grab more of that orange paper. I think it's called Marigold, if I'm not mistaken. And I have my papers in, you know, Roy G. Biv order, and I saw this yellowish. I thought, oh, you know, it'd be cute, because I had mentioned earlier, like yellow, gold, orange, kind of, you know, black background. So some are yellow and some are the darker orange. So I did 6 of each on these here, and this I'm going to do 3 of the darker colors. So let's say the yellow's up here, and these 2 are sorry, the darker ones here, and these 2 are here, and then the yellow are going to be on either side of this top part. So I just needed 2 of one color, 3 of the other. I'll be right back. That came out so pretty. So with these guys, I'm going to go ahead and run them through. Same thing with, you know, these base pieces. And I'm just going to glue these guys together. So when we come back, the panels are already just glued down. Glue, usually put glue on the back of my hand and just kind of pat this in there and then glue that down. Okay? And then we'll be ready to assemble pretty much. I'll be back. So I have all my panels, have these guys, I think I'm gonna put this one on top, obviously, because this thing's down here. So I did set it up so that, again, the darker kind of orange is gonna go here, 2 light yellows, and then the other 2 dark oranges are gonna go on the bottom. So again, I'm gonna put these on now. You could have done it before building it up, but for now, I'm just going to take these guys and just place them here. Now you can definitely put dimensionals, that'd be really cute. Give it a little something. And I will say on the top part, because once this thing, well, it just opens like this, so I guess it'd be okay. You can put dimensionals everywhere. Just making sure that that is on here center. You know, our Nouveau Deluxe wants to hold on pretty quick. And then I'll adhere the 2 light yellows on either side here. And then these guys, let's see, light yellow, okay. So I'm gonna do this in a way that kind of offsets what I did on the top. So if I have yellow, yellow, orange, I'm gonna do darker orange, orange, and yellow. And I'm just eyeballing this, what I believe to look like center. So it's a little bit off that center point. And something like that. So dark orange. And then the light one I'll glue here. And another dark, or the orange here. It's very slight change in color. And on the other side I'll copy the exact same thing. And then on this one I'll start with yellow, orange, yellow, yellow, orange, yellow. And then just put 2 light yellows here. I'm not going to decorate the bottom. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I have them all decorated. Again, this is my top one. Hopefully you can see it's more orange and these are yellow. Just a slight variation of color here. We are going to glue these guys together in just a second, and I would say that this top one needs to go on the inside, and we'll probably glue our pieces, our handles on this outer one. I mean, that's at least how I'm seeing it. You know, because obviously if you want to hold it, it's better to hold it from this base than if this was on the outside and you're kind of pulling it up. It doesn't make much sense, right? So we want them to be here. A couple things. So I'm going to give this a little zhuzh. What we're supposed to do with this handle is hold it together by using 2 of our small circles. So we do have 6 small circles, remember. I had, you know, I knew 4 we needed for the sides, but 2 of them are going to be for this purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now because I know this has a decorative piece that I'll probably go ahead and put on. Oh, what am I doing? Glue here, and I'm going to put a good amount because basically that's what's going to hold these 2 guys together. Now, if you want to, you know, just glue them together, overlap them, I suppose that's something you can think about doing. I'm just doing what they said there in the instruction, which is basically to glue them together like this. And then you're going to add 1 more circle at the base. We can cover that up maybe with some other decorative items. We have that little bee and all that. So I'm just going to take that and this. And I'm going to make sure that's really set up before I really move on with that. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is put this to the side for a moment. Run this guy through. Probably some gold paper, like I said, something pretty, and it's going to definitely put that imagery in there. They did point out that this sets up perfectly for the design that's on here, so it just like matches it really well. So anyway, I'll run that one through once. And then the decorative strips that we have for our handle, I'm just going to also run this through gold paper, because why not, and with the inlay, because otherwise if you just have decorative paper you want to use, or just, you know, the background paper, you can do that. But I'm going to put this on it and of course tape it down so it doesn't move. So both of these things, I'll do this one twice and this one once through gold paper. And one other thing we can do before we move on to that, I'll put that to the side, is that we are supposed to take and glue 2 little circles on either side, right on top of each other. You can glue one or the other, you can glue them together, you know, wrong sides facing, and then there, however you think it works the best for you. Basically in the center here. So we can definitely take a handle and see where that would be. I'm definitely gluing that right to the edges. And I'm eyeballing this at this point, but you can always bring a handle in just to kind of see where that is. You do have a good amount of space in between, so I don't think it has to be like super crucial where it is, but that looks pretty good to me. That's right in the middle there. And then this guy can go right on top of that. So we have 2 that are going to be 2 cardstock thicknesses, right? So that your handle is only 1 thickness, and it'll be able to swivel in there. I'm going to go ahead and glue the opposite one on, and I'll be right back. Just get that on, and while that is setting up, you know, just let it set up. We have both of them. We can go ahead and take this, and we need to glue these guys together. So again, this should just be free. You're not gluing that or anything like that. All you're going to do is take 1 glue tab, the one opposite your closure, of course, because otherwise you're just going to close it up. Get that glue on there. And we are going to glue this guy on. Now, let me bring this out a little bit, because there we go. That way I can get my hands in there. Oh. That's what I want to do. That's all I'm trying to do, is just be able to get my hands in here to hold this together. And again, right along that score line, straight as you can get it, and holding that on right along there. And I'll be right back with those 2 pieces, well, 3 pieces. I'm going to run through the gold paper, and we'll have this guy ready to go. So I just laid that down. You can also massage it from this inside portion here. We have these few things we popped out. Could have also run through the finishing, you know, designs there, but I did not. So with this guy, you know, you can bring it all the way up to the top like this. It has a curve that you can match up to that bottom curve there. And so I'll go ahead and glue this on either side. Come on. Little buddy, let me clean that out. Okay, here we go. Squeeze, get that going. Take a little bit of that off because that was a little too extra there. And again, just kind of down the center, I'm eyeballing what that might look like. Just being centered there. And then I'll stick this other one in the opposite direction on the other side. So they did say to have 4 of these. I feel like when I'm reading the instruction, it says to stick one of these on here, but I don't think that's the case. So I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe I'm misreading it, but either way, this, I'm just kind of pushing this in so it tucks in here. So as you can see, it has that little curved edge here, and it's here, okay? It just kind of closes into each other. So we can right now add our closure. You can do your strap, whatever it is that you feel comfortable doing first or next or however. So with this guy, I think he's ready to go. It feels super sturdy with those 2 circles in the center. I'm just kind of training it to be round because I don't want to pull those apart in any way. We're going to put one here, and then you're just going to take one of these pieces and basically glue it to this circle. Okay, so that's what's going to keep this flat or down. So we're putting glue on the circle. Okay, and I'm just going to remove this for a moment. Put that guy there, and then put your circle over the top. And I don't want to spread the glue too much, so I'm going to do this in a way that looks nice, that matches up basically with the handle. Okay. And I'm just going to sit there. I'm not going to move around too much. Again, I don't want the glue gluing down the handle. As you can see, it has movement. So I'm going to hold that for a little while, and I'll be right back. I may or may not be ready to move on, but as you can see, the handle has movement. It's not glued down. So we're going to turn this guy over and glue on that little black circle. Again, I try to get to the edge because I really want that to not fall in. Then we're going to take our other handle, turning it over like this. Now, theoretically, this should be able to go in, but you know what, just in case it doesn't, which I think it should. But either way, I'm going to tuck that in now. Close it up. There we go. Just to get that out of the way. And you can bring this over and just kind of eyeballing where that is. Nice and straight. This guy. And I'm just going to hold that down. Again, this should be able to move out of the way of this, but I'm just going to hold it down for now, and I'll be back. For a little second, I'm going to try to go ahead and rotate this out of the way, because that's how you open the box basically. So if you need to get in there, just know if you tuck it back, you can still get into your box and hold it down that way if that makes you, if that works for you better. Okay, give it some pressure. And I mean, you guys, we're almost there. We're just gonna put our closure and then decorations. We still have 2 of these. Like I said, I don't really know what to do with these. I guess you can put them on here if you wanted just another layer. You can cut into them. For now, I don't think we needed these. At least I don't know why. So I'm just, you know, not gonna use them. And that's that about that. But I'll be back. I'm not gonna use this too much, but for now we know it's working pretty well there. We have this and we have the handle, but I'm not gonna, again, use it too much. We're gonna decorate that in just a second. This piece, so we have our closure. And what it is that you're gonna have, they have score lines. And you're just gonna glue, these 2 pieces together. So I'll do that right now. And then, really cute. And then we're gonna, since our latch is already there, I'm gonna put it in the latch so I know where it needs to be, and then glue it to my project so that everything lines up really well. So I'm gonna let that set up. And basically it's going to go like this on our project, so I'm going to give it a zhuzh one way and the other. That is holding on pretty well already. So if we had this, I'm going to place it into the lock just to see where it needs to be for this to work. So again, it did say it lines up perfectly with the design, and it does. So if I look at this, I can probably line it up with my design more than anything. But I'm going to use the lock as the piece that helps me know where this needs to be. Just about there. And okay, so I'll put some glue on here, glue here, pretty much to the edges. Again, let's put this in here. So I have a little bit of an idea of where I want this to be. And if that was there, then it closes and opens pretty well. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. I think it's right there on those lines. Okay. That looks pretty good. I'm going to keep holding that until it sets up, and I'll be back. So I'm just going to open this up and then just make sure I have some good pressure on that. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, and that is our basic construction. I mean, I'm going to leave this little flap even though we don't really need it for gluing, but it just kind of closes up the bag, and look at this. I mean, you guys, so cute. It feels so sturdy with the different layers, and sometimes I'll just do a matte layer, but it feels really nice and sturdy because of all the different papers we put on there. And this guy is about 5 inches tall. I'm assuming in the other direction about similar. Obviously it's a little bit bigger because it's a hexagon, but really nice size. It's just over 2.5 inches at the base there, and the other direction almost 2 3/4. I mean, this can hold a ton of goodies. I love the little handle. Again, you know, works out really well. If I figure out what the other two are for, I will let you know. But if you're constructing this, you still need 6 of the small circles. You only really need 2 of these 40 millimeter ones, or 41 millimeter, whatever it said it was. You have your lock here, and I made it so it's a little snug, so it just holds on really well. And then you can bring that out, and you have this whole area that you can just fill up with goodies. What I'm going to do is probably run this guy through just to finish this off. I mean, since I have these, I can definitely layer it up again, have even more sturdiness, but whatever. This guy right here, I'm just probably going to run it through. Actually, hold on. You know what I'll do? I'll just run it through the gold with this inlay. So it says little bag of love. So just like this, I'm gonna glue that down, or not glue it down, tape it down to some gold paper, run it through twice so I have either side. And then we have like maybe our little bee that we want to decorate with, you know, other ways to complete. So I think what I'll do is I'll make a little bee and I'll put it right on top right here. Okay, so I'll have those images for you, or a video for you coming up. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much, Tonic Studios, for sending these items for review, for sponsoring this video. What an amazing little project. Again, it's a little create and make, you know, more inexpensive die set. It has smaller pieces, you know, less metal, so the price point is lower, and then you just build it up. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll have the links down in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.